Alright, so we're doing an analysis of the latest tournament, the Seasonal Cup, Aurora Seasonal Cup. And as always, this is a series where I take a look at my tournament matches, give some commentary, why I did certain plays, what I could have done better, and I'm going to be skipping through the videos a lot, so if you want to view the unedited footage, links for that will be in the description. We'll start by showing off my deck lists. So, this is pretty standard. Beastmaster, Green-Blue Beasts, Green-Blue Jump are all decks that I've brought to many tournaments in the past. Yellow Flyers is a bit different. That's a bit of a new one. Beastmaster, I changed a little bit to sort of counter some meta picks. There was a lot of Flyers I saw kind of on the ladder up towards this tournament, and Husk things I really wanted to deal with. So the destructive volleys in there are to counter Flyers, and maybe like a My Merchant. A My Merchant is just so brutal because as mono green against Husk, I want to push down one side, but then if they can just sneak a Merchant off into the right, like the other side, and it becomes very difficult to deal with. So I tucked in those volleys, took out the Deepwood Stalkers for those, and what else? Oh, I added an extra Oakling since the last tournament that I ran this list. So the extra Oakling just gives me extra stats. Can be pretty powerful. It's also a starting creature, so I think this puts my starting creature count up to, I believe it's 10. Yeah, 10 starting creatures, which lets me be very greedy on the mulligan to try and find like Aridin or Beastmaster. But anyways, the Green-Blue Beasts I've edited quite a bit as well, taken down to 2 Hunt Downs, added some Mystic Beasts, some Sunken Towers to help drive those Mystic Beasts into their Mystic Beast spots, and also give some mobility to these maybe less mobile beasts. Green-Blue Jump, pretty much the same as it's always been. And then the Yellow Flyers, I kind of looked at one of Blizzard's list, Super Blizzard's, and just made my own edits here with like a Sunsilk Fairy and a Last Nightmare. It's pretty standard Flyers list, lots of removal. Wow! So loud. Hey, Tay Media Boy, thanks for the sub. Prime sub too. Have a prime, you beast. Thank you. Alright, so let's get into the actual matches. First opponent was Will. I got a bye in the first round actually, so this is the second round. And so he's got an interesting lineup. This one's a little odd of a deck with the triple color Garridan. So I wasn't sure. That was probably like a meme deck, so I didn't want to ban that one. My debate was between this yellow and the Crackthorn. So Crackthorn, I ended up banning the yellow. I jumped in back and forth quite a bit between these bans. Couldn't quite be sure what this was. 3.4 is a little odd. It might be like Rush, but it also might be just a yellow tempo with Husk, and just Husk is annoying, so I didn't want to even have that chance. Oh, and thanks for the follow too. Yeah, so we ended up banning the yellow. Crackthorn was gonna be a little bit, I mean, I didn't think it was that bad. I have Beastmaster with Voice of Truth, so that can deal with some big stats. I've got lots of Humbling Visions in here. Yellow's very mobile, so I felt like Crackthorn was probably the scariest of this matchup once the yellow's banned, but I felt I could handle it. Red, of course, when I've got 3 green decks, I never ban red. Alright, so he's banned the Beastmaster, which is a pretty good counter to this. So I'm going to start with Yellow Flyers here, not Green-Blue Jump, because I need to save my green lists for these red sort of heavy lists. This one's got some blue, but again, this is like a meme deck. I think that I could handle this with probably anything, depending on what it is. So we start with Flyers. Hey Lizard, that's a super difficult matchup to face with Husk. Oh, the lineup is pretty costly, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Beastmaster is usually pretty good against Husk, from what I've found. That's what I would use to bring for at least Cheese's Husk, and then any other forms of Husk. It's got like burn things. It can push pretty hard, but I don't know. I haven't figured out kind of how to beat Husk yet. In significantly, at least. Like, everything feels so... I don't know. So I scooped away the events. I think I kept the Flash Wind, because I already had a starting creature, so Flash Wind's a nice early game mobility trick. Husk tempo is 50-50. Yeah, it does depend on the list, that's true. Like, the mono-yellow Husk with Monk, I think is very reasonable, but like if it's mono-yellow other types of tempo, it might be more 50-50. So here, I'm just going to opposite sides to collect. He found a Rakocopter to clear off the one, which is fine. So I'm going to collect, drop the Ariana. So I'm going to put it here out of range of this guy. And then I figure I might as well play the Sunsilk Fairy. I want to be building up to my 5 lands. I'm not going to be drawing, so better play it now than ever. It does play a little bit into Ground Shaker, but I just decided to take that chance and hope for the best. Yeah, my merchant's really like hit or miss, but when it hits hard and impossibly hard. So, Will drops a whole bunch of stuff. Oh yeah, sorry. So I played the Ariana first, which means I'm guaranteed the event. I forgot about that. So yeah, playing Ariana means that I'm guaranteed the event next turn, but I do have that one turn where I'm kind of in a threat of Ground Shaker. So I could have held off because I had this Ariana. Could have held off to a turn where I could have drawn immediately, but again, I kind of want to be building those 5 lands, so I just wanted to take that risk. Trio with yellow flowers. We'll get to that. So I barter to see what he's kind of got in his deck. I don't know if I'm going to use anything. I was kind of hoping there might be like a Firestorm or something, but Flame Burst will do. Can clear off those Brigands. Here he's in grappling hook range, but I decide not to use it here. Yeah, the Flame Burst. So I was thinking, like, if he has grappling hook, well, I don't know. Was I even thinking of grappling hook? Because if he hooks, he gets to clear this off. He can't move this at least, but hook, like this dying kind of sucks because it's in double collection. But there's just so many answers that he can find to this, and after seeing Flame Burst and Cypher's Wrath, I think there was Cypher's Wrath there as well in the barter, so I knew that he had a lot of answers to this. So I wanted to save this Flame Burst for something more relevant. I dropped the Desert here because I want to block an Axe Grinder spot or like an aggressive land. The only thing with this land is that he still gets to build this land and then Crackthorn Dash, but I think that stops a lot of aggression, at least. Barter is just a random 3 events from their deck. So there is a hook. Gets to clear that guy off for 1 Faeria. 3 Brigands here. This is an interesting one. I think the play here is to probably Flash Wind and kill this, and then replay Ariana. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, actually. So, yeah, if I just replay Ariana, then he still has, like, hook lines. Like, he has hook lines everywhere. So I guess it doesn't matter. But, I mean, if I use the Flash Wind, then I would be able to get closer to a treasure, at least, I guess. But I think I wanted to save towards this champion, really. So here I've got a boss at my face that I can't really deal with. And 2 champions in hand. Definitely got to build that 5th mountain this turn. So I'm just going to use this champion to push this guy away. And Ariana is kind of a vulnerable target here, so I'm just going to trade it into the Brigand. Put champion on that collection spot. Yeah. Hit into the brigand. Push the boss away. I think that's just the best line there. You would flame burst. Okay. Yeah. I just decided that was also the best line there, because it saves my Faeria. Ariana's kind of not the best use of Faeria. Also, it stops the combat hit using the flame burst, so it gives him less Faeria to work with this turn, or last turn. So he's got a lot of stuff here. So this play, I do some tricky things with the Windborn Champion, which I think is the best line. There wasn't a lot here. Like, he's not in face range, so these maybe don't matter so much to clear off just yet. But I don't want to just like hit my champion in here. It's very vulnerable to Flame Burst and many other things. Yeah, just for a dash or something. It could even be a salamander setup with a bunch of creatures. But yeah, okay, so I found the barter, top deck the barter. So we're going to at least clear off this combat guy. And then I've got this 5/5 that can trade into the champion nicely, so I can get some double collection. We give him 2 collections, but I think that's fine. Just clears off the creature. And I get to develop my other champion with this. So put it out of range. Dash over, clear that guy. And then I use the Flash Wind here to get an extra collection. I feel that I'm a little bit behind on board, and I probably need to use this Flash Wind to give me the 1 Faeria. I'm a little bit pressured right now. He's on 9 Faeria, and he can easily clear off this champion for sure. Clearing boss seems a bit weak. So what would you have done there, Lizard? You're like the yellow master. Because it is true that the boss isn't really threatening anything. At some point you have to transition just to hitting face. Oh, okay. So would you have just hit face there, just leave the Sagami? I guess he's not collecting. Could have been a line. Yeah, I'm forced to control a little bit here. This is a spooky position for the Manta Rider because I can't deal with the Sagami. He can just step here. So I was considering this a little bit, but I felt that the collection was important. I mean, if I put it here, or like on one of these lands, then I have to use up a Flash Wind to get this, and then I don't get to collect either. So, I don't know. I just put it on this desert and then hoped, like, there's a chance that I draw the charge tower, a low chance, but I felt that the collection was important. But yeah, this is a spooky Sagami, so I don't know. So I just gotta draw and hope for more mobility, really. Soul Drain's nice to sort of clean up that Sagami. But I'm just gonna accept the 6 hit. Those are some good follow-ups. Hitting face was probably an idea. Oh, he does run Salamander, right, okay. Okay, so that's a pretty amazing line for him. It's going to be very difficult for me to deal with. So my only hope here, really, I think, is getting a treasure off of Ariana, because this 8, so I can deal with this, I can Soul Drain this, I go up to 12, which actually isn't that bad, but he's going to be on 4 Faeria. He gets to hit in at least once, so I'm at 4 life for sure, and then he just needs 4 extra damage, which is actually pretty unlikely with the cards in hand, but I mean, with Flame Burst, he can get it eventually, so I just wanted to hope for a taunt from Ariana. So we Soul Drain. Hit in, just gonna collect, use this Flash Wind to get the trigger, and then I get to collect once more because of this follower. He's got haste, so I can collect with it. Just giving myself as much collections as possible. Oh wait, I don't Ariana here. I don't have enough Faeria to do anything anyways. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, that was always the line. But yeah. So this Ariana will give me a treasure next turn. It's a little bit awkward into the Salamander here, but top decking the Soul Drain made me a little more confident. But yeah, I have no answers to this 8-9 at the moment. Problem with playing for board too much with flyers is that you'll eventually fall behind. You have to apply pressure and force the opponent to spend resources on defending. Then you can retreat with mobility and win board on a different spot because you are now at an advantage. Right, okay. Yeah, I see how, like, 5 to face is quite a bit. I probably should have just gone face there instead of giving him the free combat hit on the boss. So here's my treasure that I got from the Ariana. So we're going to grab Key of Elements and hope for a taunt because that's the only thing I can do here. Ah, thanks for the follow, Belgarath. So the other option, the Tyrian Globe, is a really strong card and almost an insta-pick every time. But in this situation, I have to go for this. Pick a green creature, manage to find the taunt, and that's a really awesome taunt. So I'm safe for one more turn, hopefully. So we're going to step... I don't know why I keep saying we. I'm going to step onto this mountain. Block his land place. Get another follower, which means I get to collect. So these 3 poke hits aren't doing a lot. It's not doing enough, at least. Yeah, taunt and then emissary. So I'm going to put the emissary out of range of these lands because I don't want it to get hit with salamander or something. Not that it would matter hugely because it's got 3 life. Well, it still would because it kind of trades unfavorably into the salamander. Just keep those options open. Champion's really important to keep out of removal range because it usually gives at least 2 collections. Yeah, I can see it. I don't play enough yellow, but yeah, I'm starting to see that. Okay, so we found a clear on my taunt. I do have a clear on the 8-4, and I do have a clear on the Horsemaster, but I mean, it's pretty difficult at this point. I really need any sort of mobility to deal with the 3-3, because any buff or Cypher's Wrath or Flame Burst just kills me, of course. So I just have to draw here. There's nothing else I can do. The tower would even be good, giving me charge 3. Alright, that Soul Drain does boost me up to 6 life, so he needs a little bit something more than just 1 buff or 1 Cypher's Wrath. So I might as well just hit face here. Again, I can still collect with the follower. But on the VOD, so this match was live streamed by Atmaz, and I think Will had 2 buffs in his hand already, or something like that. Which was unfortunate. Like, I was in a losing position most of this game, so I mean, I can't expect much. There's the double buff for the victory. Okay, so to counter this, I use Beasts. I felt Beasts was probably one of the strongest. It's got some chunky life stats to deal with the ping damage. The green-blue jump list has a lot of low life jumpers, so kind of weak to Rakoacopter and Salamander and things. But yeah, I kind of decided on the yellow flyers last minute. I was going to bring my Bloated Toad list, and then I'm like, this isn't that great against a lot of the meta. And this Grizzly start is pretty nice. He can't do much against that 8 life. Like, it's going to collect forever. So let's just jump ahead. He drops some more underground things. So here I've got Mystic Beast in hand, So it's nice to put on the pressure. Like, I want to be building my special lands towards Frog Tosser, but also collections are really important. And I don't have anything expensive in land expensive in my hand anyways. So I decided to just go for double neutral between wells. So this lets my Grizzly double collect and then still allows me to set up Mystic Beast next turn. My entire hand only requires 3 land. The Water Alley top deck is pretty huge here, because I get to play 2 aggressive creatures. Slow opener. Unless you get a slow opener, yeah. Yeah, I really liked this play. I'm not so sure about what I choose on the octopus here. I choose to make it a 5/5. One thing is that this is in hook range, but he does need a little extra something. So I was debating like putting a octopus defensive or something to deal with the sort of hook things, but that was not worth it at all. But so I put a 5/5 here. I think this should be I don't know. I think it should be a 3/7 because he can also shoot this way. And then with like a buff or removal or like salamander, it kind of hurts. You like it again. Hook is fine, I think. He doesn't get the aggro land. I'm wondering if this should be like a 3/7 just to play around that sort of hook line and just the easy kills. This is also, I started like clicking a little bit fast, and then right as I was about to jump this Water Alley, I'm like, oh crap, I just played hard into salamander. I think definitely here one of these should be a 3/7. It's nice to get that early tempo hits, but he's on 4 lands and needed to make a 5th for hook. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, he still had to build the 5th land, so yeah, that's true. He doesn't get to build the aggro land. Right. But yeah, this... so I just passed because I don't want to play into the salamander now. But it's still a little bit hard into salamander. I think that this should be a 3/7, the back one at least. So he goes for Crackthorn. Didn't quite kill off the Water Alley, so nothing died. That was nice. Also, this is a super awkward stat line now here, because he needs... I think he had definitely had Salamander in hand here, but this is going to go down to 4 life. He needs just 1 more damage, so that's super awkward to deal with. He might have been hoping for hooks or something. I don't know. So he drops Horsemaster so that he gets Salamander off. Just gets some more Salamander buffs. But then I top deck the Sunken Tower so I can just push this Horsemaster away. Hit for 10. Yeah. Hey, Alpatico. Didn't understand a lot you saw. I think my mic's spiking a bit. Let me lower it a little bit. There was some interesting decks, especially in the finals. All right, so he's going for his red list. It's a little bit expensive, like 3.9. I wasn't sure what to expect from it, but it's happened to be a +1 Ignis deck. I'll start with Water Alley. So he's going to the side, which tells me it's at least some form of control list. We're just going to go opposite side here. Opposite side because my hand, like, I really need to preserve the life of this Water Alley. I don't have a lot going for me here. So here I have the option to do that double neutral play again, sort of, that I did last time, so that I get the Mystic Beast out, but 3 life Water Alley is pretty easy to remove, so I kind of want to get a buff down on this. So I build the Forest instead. Pre-buff. Only 1 pre-buff. I don't think there's a point in double buffing. Like, if he invests Flame Burst and Cypher's Wrath into this, I think I'm fine with that. I still have a creature to play. I'm not that desperate for creatures anymore. Water Alley, top deck's nice. Yeah, it's the Ellie top deck with the Mystic Beast again. That's kind of exciting. So here, I don't think I thought this out well enough. I wanted to block with the Mystic Beast, but then I'm like, oh wait, I'm on 6 lands now. I have Frog Tosser. But I still went for the Mystic Beast because after thinking about it a bit, like Frog Tosser, the Toad spawns here, and he can get a value trade if I block this anyways. Like, he's not collecting anyways if I block that, so... and also if I... I built this land specifically to block with Mystic Beast. If I put Frog Tosser here to block instead, it's so easily removed, and then he gets his Corrupt trigger. But it might have been a better play to put this, like, elsewhere, and Frog Tosser. I don't know. I think this is still fine, though. Like, I deny him a collection here. Here is where I do use the other buff, though. Because I want to make sure this Mystic Beast is nice and sturdy, not going to get removed. So he's not going to get that Corrupt trigger. Actually, he does find a clear on it, I think. But that buff definitely helped. Yeah, he's got Flameburst Bomb Slinger, I think. Yeah. So that's fine. Like, that was exactly the answer he needed to deal with that, so I think that buff was still fine to do. So here I can definitely Frog Tosser. Tosser, I gotta think about where I want to put the Tosser because I don't want to play into like a Copter range where I have my Copter and my Water Ellie that probably wants to hit into this 3/3 in the same area. Wait, actually might actually go for that. Let's see. What did I do? Okay, so I'm staying here, hitting. Okay. So I play into Copter anyways, but I'm still blocking his collection spot. I guess that's okay. Because like this Frog Tosser doesn't really do anything if I put it anywhere else. So I think this is fine and just hope that he doesn't have Copter. He does have Copter. But also I was thinking like the Water Ellie Hopover can take care of the Copter also, and the 2/2 Toad can take care of the 4/1. And if it was Copter, which it was, that's all he can play this turn. So I have an answer on board for that answer of his. Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, I think that was the best. Like, Frog Tosser anywhere else is just pointless. Oh, he had the Explorer, so actually he did have something else. But I kind of forgot that he had Explorer. But not the worst. So yeah, my original line was going to be hop over, clear, and then drop Octopus. Now that there's a Brigand, I'm considering like double neutraling Humbling Vision, which I think is not a good play, but that's what I'm considering here. Because with that line, I do get 7 Faeria, I get to collect twice here. But then I just give him the collections, and if I just put my Octopus over here, I'm out of range of this anyways, and he's not really doing anything. I guess it's debatable. I mean, I deny him the 1 collect, but then I give him 2 collections. So I give him like 1 free collection, sort of, if I clear it. If I ignore it, then he gets the 2 Faeria back over 2 turns anyways. You think double neutral is the play? Fair enough. Oh, did I draw? Wait. Yeah, because I decided I wasn't going to go for the double neutral, so I drew for something. And then the Fugu was just the better play now because it's got jump. And then I can choose what the Octopus wants to be. The nice thing about not using the Humbling there is that I get to use it on future cards, which is pretty much only Ground Shaker. I think that's the only card you really want to humble. So here I just use my Hunt down to take care of it. And I don't want to play into Copter range again. And I want to kind of like keep a collector here going. So I make it 3/7 and then use the Hunt down there and then just have that open to collect. And on this center spot, it gives me the option to collect from a choice of wells. So I might want to hop back this guy, or I might want to push a little bit more aggressive. I don't see why Copter there. Oh, that's true. I guess it doesn't matter. But I've got the Humbling Vision for that Ground Shaker now, which is nice. Because of the Ancient Herald top deck, I just go back and full collect so that I can drop it with a +1. Seems pretty reasonable. But yeah, I probably didn't need to play into out of Copter range. That's true, he can only play 1. But it's extra damage. I don't know. So I think I definitely have to humble this Ground Shaker. There's no real way that I can clear it efficiently. And I think about this one a little bit. So I have the option to... so I top deck the Boar, which is excellent. That means I get to play it this turn. My original line was humble this, clear with the Ancient Herald, and then I can hop over and clear the Bloodsinger. He would get to collect with that still. And then he would get to maybe find Copter again here. Make a big mistake here though. I wanted to play the Boar. So I decided I was going to use the Fugu to clear this and the Ancient Herald to clear this. And then dash the Boar up aggressive. But I hit in before I played the Boar. So that sucked. That would have been a really nice Boar. With any other hand size, it would probably be not correct. But given that he wants to +1 a lot, can't really draw for answers. Just to clear the Brigand that turn? Yeah. Wait, I don't think... I couldn't have cleared the 2/4, I think. I was trying to think of a line where I could do that, but... So, yeah. I couldn't do that line where I killed a Bloodsinger because I needed... If I wanted to do that line, I have to hit first with the Ancient Herald, which loses me that 5 life, and then I have to hop over, clear, because I have to open up this forest space, right? So I thought this line through, like, perfectly, but then I didn't execute it. I accidentally hit. I knew that I needed to play the Boar before the hit, but I hit anyways. Yeah, I just drew the Boar. So he's on 8 Faeria now. So he drops Ignis with a +1. He decides to give up Collection, which I guess is... Yeah, I guess that's the play, because he can't put the Ignis anywhere where it's out of range of this. And then he hits in first so that he gets as many pings on the relevant creatures. But I can just ignore the Ignis for now. Drop some face hits, and now I can play the Boar. So this is actually a 1-cost Boar once I play this Octopus, because it is discounted. I just need 5 life on board. But so I'm going to have to build an extra forest here to dash it somewhere aggressive. So make this 3/7 to absorb some pings. I think that 5/7 is not necessary. I mean 5/5. So a 5/5 would give me lethal on board, but I was a little bit spooked that I would get cleared, I guess. But maybe it could have just been a 5/5. And then all 4 pings end up hitting the Octopus, so... Ah, yeah, he has Wrath, so yeah, the 3/7 was actually the play there. Also, putting the forest here, I was debating between forest in this spot or forest in this spot, and I just thought this one was better because maybe that's like a double collection spot in the future, but just a small consideration. Top decked Frog Tosser, which lets me deal with Ignis. He's on no cards now, so I feel pretty safe. The only thing that can kill me here really is Wrath of Ignis if they get absolutely perfect pings, but that's pretty unlikely. Yeah. So that's that's game 3. Yeah. So next one is against the triple color thing. But I've got 2 decks left, so feeling pretty confident. So this is my opening hand, which is pretty excellent. Keeping Mystic Beast with Water Alley is super strong. Thought you 3-0'd this. No, the first loss was against the Crackthorn. I was playing Flyers. I did not have enough experience probably with flyers to play it in this tournament. So Faeria tree turn 1. Usually it's impossible to chase this down, so I just decide to go to the opposite side here. Especially with that Mystic Beast, I really want to get that Mystic Beast spot. He turns out to have Architect, so yeah, definitely no contesting that structure. I go for the double neutral because he's invested no lands on this spot. I was the player with the Explorer. It should be very likely to get this Mystic Beast spot, but he has Water Ellie, which would have been kind of unfortunate if he had claimed this land spot. It would have actually really sucked if he claimed that, but he didn't, so I managed to get my Mystic Beast. I am 2 turns off from Hunt Down now, but not really thinking of playing it anyways this turn. I've got plenty in my hand to play. And especially with this Ancient Boar and Grizzly, it only requires 1 forest, so I don't really need anything. Fugu top deck's nice also, so this is pretty easy boar dash. I need this land so I can attack face with, but play the boar first because it's got dash. Move itself out of the way. And then I use my Water Ellie here to clear. Water Ellie stats are really nice to contest the other Water Ellie, and I'm not really expecting 1 damage things. Maybe he has like Famine Plague Bearer or something, but that's seems like the play. Oh, you don't understand the clear? Yeah, to be fair, that's true. Well, so this was my consideration, like the Architect's not doing anything, but I wanted to get that value hit so that like if Water Ellie trades, I still had that value hit, but if it's combo, I guess I should just be hitting face. Yeah, face damage is probably more valuable. You're right. Especially with all this aggression, like I don't even care if my Water Ellie gets traded there really. But he does end up trading into it. Finding Devouring Plant, Chaos, and Engineer. Which, like, isn't that big of a deal with Hunt Down in hand, but was a pretty nice turn for him. He gets that extra proc off the Faeria tree. So I really wanted to hunt down one of these 3/3s so that he just got perfect stats here, but then it just dies to the Chaos, so Hunt Down always has to come on the Fugu. Do I just full clear here? No, I definitely just hit face. And then just drop more beef. So, one of the issues, well, there's a lot of issues with Faeria tree, but once you get the 10 Faeria from Faeria tree, like, your deck has to have a lot of expensive stuff, but then if your deck has a lot of expensive stuff, then in the times where you don't draw Faeria tree, it just sucks. Structures, yeah, structures is a cool concept until you realize you can't actually use up all the Faeria without losing board. Yeah, exactly. But anyways, this one's over, so let's skip through. Yeah. Yeah, so this was a small tournament. Next one's already semifinals. Oh yeah, I gotta buy the first one. Yeah. So anyways, this one's semifinals against Amoeba. And I was thinking of, so he's got his Reign of Fish list, a Carassius list. Not sure what this is. It kind of looks like the numbers for Red Yellow Burn, but it's only 2.8, so that one's, I'm not sure. And then this one is another Red Yellow list, probably his like Red Yellow Flyers or something. Well, these are both kind of the same numbers, I don't know. But anyways, one of them was Red Yellow Flyers, I knew, but any Red Yellow decks, I should be okay with this like triple green lineup. I don't know. So I was debating between these two. The Rain of Fish is a little bit scary because Swarms are kind of difficult for these to deal with. Crassius I felt I could handle because my decks can be fast, especially this Beast list. It can be super fast, but it got banned. Beastmaster can be kind of fast too, though. So, I don't know. I felt that Crassius, with a little bit of luck, I could handle that, but the Rain of Fish is a little bit sketchy. I don't know. That one was debatable. Crassius is also kind of sketchy. So I lead with Flyers again. I think Flyers is my weakest matchup here. Like my two green lists would be pretty good at fighting these. Also good at fighting like my best chance there, I guess. Yeah, Crassius may be the scariest. Because I mean, like, so my consideration for not banning this was that my decks might be fast enough to beat this, but like the same goes for this one. This is also a 6-land deck. I could be fast enough to beat this also. So yeah, I don't know. I probably should have banned the Crassius. I guess I was just confident because I've played it so much, so I know how it operates. But yeah. Yeah, 3 Illusionist is a lot. This match, this game tilted me a lot. I think I made some minor mistakes in this one. Get rid of the tower. So, Demon Wing, I'd like another creature besides Demon Wing, because 2 life can be answered quite easily in red-yellow. I ended up keeping the barter. Maybe I should have tossed that for, like, something else. Yeah, I think I should have tossed the barter. Demon Wing's a little bit sketchy to keep by itself. Rather kept the tower. Oh, really? Airbot. So I've got Soul Drain to deal with the Airbot. I think I go for barter here just to see what's in his list, because I'm unsure. So I just get to take a peek at the events in his list. He's got Soul Pact, which is usually Husk things in this sort of list, at least. Flameburst, Cypher's Wrath. I have the Soul Drain in hand, so I decided to go for Flameburst. I mean, Flameburst deals with more things, a merchant and such. I wasn't super sure what was in this list. I didn't know if it... I guess I wasn't expecting Airbot also. There's the merchant. But this hand is a little bit light on creatures. But yeah, I don't know. Against red-yellow, it feels like maybe I should fish for other creatures. I did. So yeah, I actually had a really strong start here. Like, he also gave me Forgeling plus Cannon Carrier, which is pretty solid. But that also means he's got something super spooky in his hand. Cannon Carrier is so strong. I mean, it's okay. Not as strong in a non-max list. But he gets to drop that Copter into double collection. So I played this guy because he's just sturdy, 5 life, compared to Demon Wing. Makes sense. Top deck tower. So this is kind of exciting. I get to like slowly creep my way towards his face with this guy. And potentially tower. I think that this was probably a mistake though. I built the desert here because I want to like get this guy going aggressive. But because of tower now, I think I should just go between the wells and then I get double collection set up. Oh, double landing left for Forgeling. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could have dropped him into double collection immediately. Actually, that would have, yeah. That would have worked out really well. I mean, it gives me 1 land off Cannon Carrier, but I wasn't planning on playing it anyways, right? Like, I go 4th land and Demon Wing here. But stepping between wells was always the better play. And if I do that, then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait. Oh, yeah. 1 land, 2 land, 3, 4, 5. And then I've awkwardly got to build a 6th land to get that charge. So yeah, double neutrals would have paid off a lot. I also agree. This carrier was a super bad play. The way it happens, yeah. So We'll get to that. He drops the second copter here. So I've only got this poor little forgeling over here. I do get to carrier. So the line that I choose is setting this up here, and then I shoot the guy over here, which is just really pointless. He gets to double collect and clear it off anyways. I'm playing into a copter line, and then I'm playing into, like, I don't know, just everything. The better line I would have liked is cannon carrier on this desert and then shoot it up here. I think that would have been better. Oh yeah, that's true also. There's 2 copter scenes, so yeah, I wasn't... Yeah, actually, that was my thinking at the moment. In the moment, was there's not going to be a 3rd copter. But, I mean, this was still pointless anyways. I should be putting the guy there. Yeah, I guess Husk out collecting. I agree. Which it's not something I did in this match so much, but you like it on right side. And this spot, wait, B3. This is B3, right? Oh, push it here. Ah. Oh, yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, you're right. Because then it's contesting this spot too. Yeah. Okay, that was the best one. Carrier in this desert and then shoot it here. And then it's uncontested, but it still contests this spot. Yeah. But yeah, and then he got creation. Like but I just threw this mech guy away pointlessly. But yeah. It's rough. This is what Merchant does. And so I think he finds full clear. Maybe not. But pretty much. Now we've got this 2-2 in range of the copter, awkwardly. So yeah, if I had done that play, like, I'd be in a similar situation, but then the mech would be alive, unless he cleared the mech instead. But something else would be alive this turn. And then I think that would have helped me a lot. I don't know, he probably would have done the same line, just not collect. That one collection didn't matter. So I'd have the mech alive, hopefully. It probably dies, but I guess I get 1 collection out of it at least. So here, now I've got to think about, like, saving this guy maybe. Like, I think I want to save it. I don't really want to pointlessly kill it off where it gets to collect and kill it. So I just go for champion and move this. It's in range of the copter, which makes it easily removable, but I don't know. There's not a lot I could do here, I guess. He finds another copter. I mean, another merchant. And again, gives me, like, I think Snowstorm Lancer's not that great, but gives me the Ancient Boar. So yeah, he finds the clear. I don't know if there's a better line there. Throwing away champion like that feels bad, but that value trade on the 2-2 also feels bad. Top deck Spirit Theft, though, that's kind of not that helpful, but at least it gives me 1 damage on this copter. And I have to collect, I think. Like, I'm too behind not to collect, I guess. He's got the Husk going now, so it's going to be pretty challenging. He's got triple collection. Always had triple collection this game. So I just want to drop something sturdy here, so I play the Snowstorm Lancer. He wants to double collect and kill this off, so I think this is a fine position. It's within range of Husk as well. But... Merchant. Royal Judge. Punishment. Like... You can't play around Merchant. I mean, you can, but, like... Does that mean I have to play around every single 5-drop in the game? I don't know. This is where I started tilting hard. Like, after seeing a creation and a Royal Judge, and then the previous game, this is the first game. So thinking of playing the Merchant here to block his collection, but then he can easily, or not easily, but like he might find Cypher's Wrath here. So I decide that my collections are more important than his collections, so I drop it back. Just to at least hope to get some collections going. Yeah, we lost earlier for sure. That one play with the carrier would have been pretty nice. But also, like, I don't even think that would have mattered that much. It would have mattered a little bit. It would have given me a little bit of a foothold, but I think he would have just found answers to everything. Oh, he finds the third merchant. So I definitely lose here. And then at this point, I just start playing fast and just buying myself some time bank in case it matters, because I'm ahead on time. So I just start quickly playing, but it's eventually over. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next one. So I use my Beastmaster to counter. Husk is winnable. It's worse against his red yellow removal. Yeah, I mean, this list was... But, yeah, it was not just the list, but the luck. Like, the merchant luck was so huge in all three of these games. Like, not just that one. That one was pretty exceptional, but this one was also kind of insane. So I've got Time of Legends for the Aridin, which is awesome. Debating tossing... Oh yeah, I tossed the Oakling here because I've already got my starting creature, so I just hope for, like, Beastmaster maybe. Or, I mean, Oakling's also kind of slow. Something more aggressive. Would have not gone for Aridin here. I think Aridin's too slow. Something more aggressive. I mean, Aridin, like, still collects. I don't know. Like, the other option, like, if I didn't toss the Aridin, I would have tossed the... I mean, I would have kept the Oakling, which is also kind of slow. Judge earlier on Forge Sling would have been devastating. That's true. At least the Judge came later. Oakling feels faster. But I have to get to turn 5 to get the feed. I also agree, bamserr. I think this Beastmaster list was kind of not as strong as my old one. But he gave me Ancient Boar plus Oakling, which also cripples my hopes because I'm like, alright, well, he's got something amazing. You can just trade it? I guess that's true. I don't know. I thought that Aridin was an okay keep. But yeah, this list was definitely not well structured as much as my other one. I tried to throw in some destructive volleys to counter, like, Merchant and Windborn Champion, but made it a little bit clunky. So just go for the Oakling. I play the neutral Oakling because, like, maybe he's got Royal Judge and I want this to die, so I think the neutral one's better than the green one. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to bait Amoeba, but... so this is the first I've seen of the Blood Singer, so that's interesting. Also, I played the Oakling because I wanted the collection more than I wanted the buff, and, like, this is going to die anyways. I felt the collection was more important at the time. This is such a amazing opening for Amoeba as well. Like, he got Merchant into Husk. The neutral one could have gone aggressive. It's true. I kind of wanted this to die, though. I step up the Oakling so that he's in combat range. Kind of gives up that collection, but whatever. Don't know why he didn't go both sides. Because he's playing, like I don't know if I win if I go both sides. He's got all this burn. Not a Spectre build, so you might have wanted to slow play more. It could have worked going both sides. Definitely hurts here. So he transforms my Aridin, which is sad. And then just win Soldiers. Now I've got nothing. It's on 15 red, 18 yellow, Airbot, counts double. That's true. If I had read the colors, it's pretty obvious he doesn't have the Scourge. I don't know. I've played against Huskless in the past, like red yellow Husk like this, and like going double, I just end up dying. So I usually just go aggressive. But it does give you more collections. And yeah, without Scourge, certainly helps. Grove Guardian, I was considering going aggressive. It's a little bit pointless. I just end up putting it here to block the Phantasm. Step up Oakling. I want this to die off, so yeah, just Grove Guardian. I was also... Oh, right, so this was... Actually, I was considering this line. So I had an option to step up Guidance the Oakling, kill this off, and then drop aggressive Grove Guardian. And then he's taunted, so he can't collect. But he can still collect on this side and then drop the aggressive land, so I favored killing this, I guess. Oh, you liked guidancing Oakling to get clear. Yeah, so yeah, I was considering that, and then I decided that it wouldn't matter in the end. Like, he's already got like so much collections, a husk going, so I just needed the Oakling buff as soon as possible to pressure his face. Because now I have no clear to the merchant after that, just random hit. So it kinda hurts. Oh, Grove on the 3/5 was great, okay. But just buff and clear. Fair enough. I was worried about my life because I'm on 16, he's got Husk plus this. And then also, yeah, like using up the guidance. I only have 2 guidance in this list, so it was a little bit spooky to not have healing. Amoeba goes between wells for double collection. Does he find Copter? No. But it did leave that wind soldier, that merchant open to hit into my boar and such. Now he just finds a full clear. Yeah. Might be Willow. So yeah, now he's got double husk, which sucks. This Willow is the one that got buffed with that Oakling. I've got a Oakling feed. The Willow gets buffed a second time, so now this is my win condition, apparently. I was pretty lucky pings. So 11 Oakling. 11-17 Oakling. And then I've got Faeria open for this guidance, which can drop me out of husk range. So I was considering here either heal or buff. He has the option to play Merchant, which brings me back up threshold, and then I probably die because these husks ping too much and heal him. So if the answer is Merchant, he gets to heal out of my 2-turn lethal. I only have a 3-turn lethal. If it's not Merchant, it's just burn. So I'm on 10 life here. I guess 10 life is difficult if I've got 2-turn lethal. He's only on merchants. I decided to go for the heal because I'm spooked of the burn, but I don't know. So if I had buffed and he finds merchant, I would get to hit for 13. He'd heal twice. I think I should have buffed just to go for the 2-turn lethal guaranteed if he plays merchant. He's used 1 merchant already as well, but he finds the second one, which is unfortunate. There's a 3rd husk, so like, GG. Yeah, definitely need the buff. And then he got Bomb Slinger from the merchant. Come on. Triple husk on like, he had like 16 cards. That's the first half of his deck, 3 husks. 3 husks and 2 merchants. I was very salty. And then I think I just started playing bad. Not that I made... Like, I made some mistakes as well. So I put the Willow here. I think the Willow on left side was better. It stopped more damage. So with the Willow here, I block only the 3/3 because this guy has taunt anyways, he can hit into it. I block only the 3/3, he can hit in with 4, 3, and 4. But if Willow was this side, then he can only hit 4, 3, 3. So, like, it's 1 less damage I save if I had put the Willow there. Taunt on Mistral +1. Oh, true. I didn't even need to build the land. I could have just +1'd. Yeah. Yeah, left side was always better. Yeah, I mean, like, literally every merchant was the card he needed. Yeah, so he finds a perfect clear. So now I just lose. But if I had buffed that earlier, it might have put him out of the range as well. He might have just found a clear still anyways, but buffing might have given me the win. Hard to say. So last one is green-blue jump. And so in this match, you have to realize I was super salty and tired, and I just threw this game hard, I think. Going both sides and then pushing up one side. Yeah, securing double collection. Yeah, I guess I was not sure what his list was, so I was, I don't know, spooked of Scourge Flame, which I could have calculated. And he finds Merchant opening again. He got double Merchant, so yeah, I'm tilting super hard. Oh. This next play is even more tilty. Could have used Tower that turn. Oh, Tower turn 2? That's true. And just get into double collection already. Yeah, I wasn't thinking very much this game. I went for the tow ship there. But he finds Royal Judge. Often don't understand why people don't do it. It's OP. Yeah, it makes sense, because then you get to use the tower again on the next turn. And then he finds Husk, so, like, yeah. Yeah, I think the tower on turn 2 would have been nice. It would also give me threat range on this entire left side, so we couldn't play anything there. I also had that Tide Load in hand, so I wanted to build up to it. Yeah, tower turn 1 was huge, actually. That would have made for a very different game. But anyways, this one's over. I'm not even gonna discuss this one. Husk is very unforgiving, yes. You have to play very carefully and consider all the options, I guess. So I banned bamserr's red-yellow Husk, and then this is like Lizard's green-yellow sack, which I felt pretty confident with. Because, I don't know, I've faced it a few times. Like, I've got mobility and such to kind of maneuver around things, humbling visions, and then I left the double yellow open, because I was just done with Husk. Emissary double drain, I think I just kept this, because Emissary is pretty sturdy. I didn't feel I needed anything else. So let's jump ahead a little bit to the mid game. So I've got a soul drain answer here. That's nice. Oh, this is kind of a god hand for me. Double emissary drain. Oh, by the way, I didn't even explain, but if you're new to tournaments, I did lose that last match against Amoeba, but there's a 3rd place match. So bamserr lost his semi-final match as well, so then the two of us go against each other to see who comes 3rd place. Balloon fish. There's merchant. Thankfully I'm under Husk threshold, so I don't need to worry so much. So, I don't remember what bamserr's card was, but it gave me the Spectre, which was kind of nice. And the Salamander, actually. Gonna defend the merchant with the swordfish. So I think I was hoping he would do that. Kind of just game-winning line there. Yeah, giving the Spectre that land. Yeah, I mean, that line just kind of won the game, so let's skip past that. Yeah, he did get the frog tosser from the merchant, which gives him a little bit of board control back, but he did also give me that salamander. Like, merchant is super hit or miss. I think it's hit a lot of the time. Sometimes it gives your opponent good cards, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. Yeah, this is a big turn for him, actually. Oh, right, I got the Spirit Theft. Yeah, so this is a big turn for me. So Spirit Theft helps a lot. Oh, it's a toad. Why did I have a toad? I don't remember. But anyways, so he got a big swing with the frog tosser, but then I got a big swing back with the frog tosser. We're apparently both playing green-blue decks now. So here, I still have my salamander. This is kind of a big salamander for me. Can just collect with the toad. Hit face. Don't really need to deal with this 2-1 since this guy's double collecting anyways. Oh, I think actually a Spirit Theft. Yeah, this is how this works. So I can Spirit Theft this Demon Wrangler and then save, like upgrade this Spectre, which is kind of nice. Balloon can be nice. I'm really starting to like Balloonfish. It's kind of nice. Would Balloonfish work in Blue Jump for an instant side switch? Yeah, that could be interesting because you get to collect off your opponent's well. I don't know. I put the 2-1 here to contest the Balloonfish. So he's a bit timid to step up. Collects with the Balloonfish. This is pretty big for me. Well, I mean, I'm in a winning position already, but I get to play this Kaleem down to block. And like drown this Demon Wrangler. I think he finds a Balloonfish, but anyways. He also didn't find any Soul Eater, I think, so that was a bit unfortunate. Okay. Another merchant. Balloonfish at least saves that guy. Twin Soul from the merchant. Just hit face a bunch of times. Get all the clears. Alright. Next one, he picks one of the yellow decks. So we toss all of that. Starting creature. Let's jump ahead. So we trade some flyers back and forth a little bit. Kaleem's nice. Nice and sturdy. Oh, bamserr doesn't have anything, which kind of sucks for him. I get the tower, so I get to charge 3 Kaleem and then drop aggressive Demon Wing. So yeah, not having a play there kind of sucked. I think that was probably like a win there. What else happens? Champion this guy. Yes, so I have the tower on board. I get to value hit this. Top deck the Flash Wind, so I get to get a really nice hit. Collect and hit there. So yeah, that's definitely the winning play here. Alright, so let's move to the next one. Okay, I start Centerland because I've got Kaleem in opening hand. I don't know if that's correct. I mean, it's certainly not correct now that I top deck the Emissary. I could have set up double collection this turn if I had gone sides instead. Like, Kaleem on the side seems fine. I think I should have just gone sides. Seen too much of this card this tournament. Grove Guardian and Ancient Boar though. So this one was interesting to me. Like, I think that this is a odd pick when you have Grove Guardian. I think I'm thinking of setting up Kaleem on this side. Oh, it dies anyways. Yeah, I'm thinking of setting up Kaleem on this side because it trades really nicely into the 3-3. And this trades really nicely into the 5-5, so that's why I started building my lands to the left. So yeah, just Kaleem. Wind. I knew what bamserr's list was for this one. He had like some Oath to Oblivion. So I think I Spirit Theft this. I check out his land count. Like he needs 5 land to play Oath to Oblivion, but he could easily find a air elemental. So I decided to Spirit Theft it just so he doesn't have that sack target. Wind indeed. No choice but to surrender, said Moon with a glint in his eye. What he doesn't know, what he couldn't predict, is a lizard sitting in his swinging chair, floating his revenge. Finds a Colossus. That's kind of spooky. But collected into range. I guess... yeah, I don't know. I top decked Ariana, so I can kind of use Ariana as fodder over here. Fodder for the Colossus. So I just step back, drop Ariana. I think I was debating playing the Ancient Boar as well because in case this gets like answered with Soul Drain, I at least get to collect and then have another thing to contest the Colossus. I don't know. So he did find a map dealer into Oath. Obviously play the treasure map here to draw. Find Celestial Tower. So this is interesting. This gives me a... I don't remember what I did here, but this is kind of an important one to make, I think. Nope, I don't go for that. Okay. Well, I would have liked to see the Celestial Tower and to charge the Ariana, clear this guy. Because this doesn't do anything. Like, I don't take away his collections. Yeah, I should have just charged over and cleared. That was much better. And I can replay the Ariana on left side. You keep the tower? Really? I mean, bamserr's on 12 Faeria. He doesn't really need the collections. But is there a disadvantage to keeping it in hand? Contesting collections is not important. bamserr run Monstrosity. No, I don't think there's no Monstrosity in this list. Yeah, the Colossus hurts. So I'm just gonna hit face here. I used the tower to block my face, which seemed okay. I don't know. But I think it's gonna be kind of hard for bamserr from this position. So I just hit face for 5. Kaleem's follower actually hitting face for once. Yeah, so that's what happens. I think... wait, he found an answer. Oh. Nightmare. But I also have that champion that can hit face now. He's on 13, so it's going to be kind of hard. So I just collect, smash. And the only debate here was between Ariana or Grove Guardian. I think I need one more treasure map to get my treasure. But Ariana's kind of fragile. I think I was thinking if he found another less nightmare, then I don't have lethal anyways. Let's see what my play was before I speak. Yeah, I played Ariana. I think Grove Guardian was just better there. Oh, you're thinking second champion with follower hit. Oh, is that an option? Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Second champion was probably okay. That's true. And that's pretty much it. I showed the deck list at the beginning of this video, so if you skipped ahead, skip back to the start. Well, I guess if you're watching this on YouTube, I should say goodbye. So, bye. Thanks for watching.